My name is Mark Peach, and I teach history at Southern Adventist University. I've been teaching there since 1987, off and on, mostly here in the Chattanooga area. And my research interests are German modern architecture and modernism, more recently some environmental history. You know, I'm not a socially outgoing person, and I'm not really comfortable in a lot of social, settings. But in a sense, the trail changes things in that, again, you share something, maybe not much, and that's kind of the start. On multiple occasions, people have picked me up and asked me where I was going, and I told them, and they would tell me, well, I can get you halfway there, but not all the way. So if you want to go halfway, then I'll take you. And the answer is yes, basically. And then we get going, talking about, whatever comes up. And in many cases, they just take me all the way to where I want to go and drop me off. And it's a good time, basically. Yeah. I mean, on the Appalachian Trail, you're not walking through wilderness. You're walking through history in which people ranched and farmed and homesteaded and things like that. So there's barbed wire fences, and there's stone foundations and stone chimneys and cemeteries and roads. I mean, a certain amount of the Appalachian Trail is actually old roads made by people who don't live there anymore. So I was certainly aware of the fact that people had lived there and it had a history. I'd like to say that I've had profound insights into the human condition while solo backpacking on the Appalachian Trail. Not really. My mind wanders. Well, to give you a little bit of context, so I direct Southern Adventist University's honors program, and so I've been going to National Collegiate Honors Council conferences for quite some time, and I've been hearing about Partners in the Parks for quite some time. And I knew very little about it and didn't really kind of take the time to learn a lot about it. I guess because I always felt that Partners in the Parks was kind of a frill in the sense that I felt like I needed to get an honors curriculum for my students, and that was my priority. And eventually I started becoming more curious, and I got my curriculum to some extent and kind of felt like I could branch out and learn more about other possibilities, enrichment opportunities. And so I started thinking about if I'm going to promote Partners in the Parks, I should go to one so I can tell the students this is why you should do this. And so I guess it's been 4 years ago, I went as a participant, like the other students, to a Partners in the Parks in Great Smoky Mountains National Park. And there I met some people that were the organizers, the leaders, basically. And one of them, Christina McIntyre, and I kind of got to know each other better. And so she had an idea to do a Partners in the Parks with the Appalachian Trail. And since I was section hiking the Appalachian Trail, she asked me to kind of cover that part of it to some extent. And, the great thing about national parks is that they are complex places which offer a lot of opportunities for not just recreation, but learning and enjoyment. And I think that, Partners in the Parks is a great way to get to know a national park which you might not otherwise have gone to. And I think Partners in the Parks can help with that. In terms of teaching college students that these are resources that, whether you go to all of them or not, they should at least be saved. There is a really big backlog of infrastructure maintenance and repair in America's national parks. So we're closing roads, we're closing trails because things are falling apart, because we've decided to cut funding to take care of these. And so, these are decisions that have to be made in terms of what's valuable. And I'm hoping that students participating in Partners in the Parks, whether they continue going to them or not, will at least make them appreciate the importance of preserving them. So, the early founders of the national parks used to say that Europe has its Gothic cathedrals, its amazing kind of architecture and arts and things like that. God gave America natural wonders, natural beauty. God gave us the Grand Canyon, and we need to save that so that future generations can appreciate that we have valuable things. It's not all fun. You just keep showing up, and eventually, something good happens. You just have to appreciate deferred gratification and be very patient. Yeah. It was often a romantic experience for me. I was listening to a lot of John Denver, maybe too much, and falling in love for the first time. And so, being in the mountains, it was very inspirational, very, romantic. When you climb Rainier, you're kind of on the top of the world. It's easy to feel like you're really in touch with nature.